Wala kay kuan diri kana na ang sakit tawagan ni. Asang kuan ani? Hmm. Wala kay kanang mouse. Basta kay mouse.
Kuya, hindi ka magutang ng mouse. Ha? Hindi mo po. Naalag mo bukuhan na good.
Bahala ka din na kuya.
Sige siya, bukutang mo.
Asa man ako na niya bi pribidya ay pribidya.
Ha? That's ang fun. Wala sa mga engineers.
Maninoy. Moni pribid today.
Oh.
Kini?
Wala.
Umbot.
Wala pa na ko eh.
Wala pa. Manong dili mo ako ang dili agyan sa ni maninoy uy.
Kuya, imong mouse ba? Kuya, manikat ko.
Ako
Ano
na
sa
lang.
din? Mouse. Oh, Di ba? Okay.
Yan ba?
Mouse.
Ano na busy mo dito? Nagabisingan.
Tuhan ni Ma'am Leia.
Inyong gift?
Oh,
Hindi ka
yeah,
madam.
yeah, go.
Quick.
Pakai mo gatas, meron sa
Nice. Ikaw lang kasi.
For one of the patient or parang kanina na present ang quantities ato like so kung sa nila
Paano na ko subject for
may nga po subject for video pero hindi din sa mga
hindi mo opening ano na tayo pinaka-days na ito yan nga ba? Isa niya is pauna na ko dyan sa klase na lang. Ano di ba na doon dyan ba kung wala na marriage? Ano yung may okay na ako. Sorry. Or ano?
confirm your
So sa inyo pa
I snap so na
pero na kini
Lights. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call this committee conference to order, for two projects. Namely, state is 0065
questions? There's none. How about from our online viewers? So there's no questions regarding on the details of this project. So now let's proceed for our second project, construction of public solar water system. Construction of public solar water system at Barangay Lumbia, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis, Oriental. The details of this project will be discussed by Engineer Vincent Songahin. Songahin?
Sunggahin, sir. Sunggahin.
Di ba na kasi Engineer?
Good afternoon again, everyone. Presenting to you the project construction of public solar water system at Barangay Lumbia, Cagayan de Oro City. For the content, we have the project location, the typical details, and the quantities. For the location of our project, is located at Sitio Impambu, Lumbia, Cagayan de Oro City. As shown in the picture, this is the location of our control house and the reservoir. And for our location, or the source of our project, it is located 120 meters from the proposed reservoir. So this is the actual geotag photos in which we will place our elevated tank. And this is the geotag photos for our source. For the typical details, this is the proposed perspective. Then this is the details of our the elevated reservoir tank. We will have a depth of 2.1 meters from the natural grade line for our foundation, then 2.5 meters height from the top of the tie beam to the second tie beam, as shown in the presentation. Also, for the reservoir itself, we'll use 16 mm for the vertical, and for the horizontal, we'll use 12 mm, both 0.20 meter on center. This is the rear view and the typical section. For our concrete valve box, we will have a 100 mm gate valve, and we'll use a reducer for the 75 mm diameter water meter. Then we will use 75 mm HDPE to consumers. This is the details of our foundation for the tank, having 3.4 by 3.4 on center distance between the columns. And for the tie beam and beam detail, we will have 0.2 by 0.4, having 320 mm reinforcing bar for the top bars and 220 mm diameter reinforcing bars for the bottom. We will have a footing of 2 meters by 2 meters, and having 0.35 by 0.35 meters column, using 16 mm, 10 mm reinforcing bars both ways. For the column, we will have 4 12 mm vertical rebars and 4 mm 16 mm diameter vertical bars, and having a ties of 12 mm, 2 at 50 mm, 2 at 100 mm, and the rest at 250 mm. For the control panel, The dimension will be 4 meters by 5 meters, having a height of 3.74 meters. For our footing column details, we will have 0.25 by 0.25 for the column and 0.9 by 0.9 for the footing. For the column, we will use 16 mm. And for our footing, we will use 9 12 mm diameter bars both ways, having a depth of 0.9 from the natural grade line to the top of the footing. For our top stand, we will have 0.6 by 0.35, having a wall height of 0.5 from the natural grade line to the top of the footing, and 1 meter from the natural grade line to the top of the wall, as shown in the presentation. For our solar panels, these are the details. We will have 0.7 by 0.25 for the footing, having 16 mm diameter both ways. Then we will use channel bar for the platform of our panels. This is the powerhouse lighting layout. For the fence detail, we will have 0.3 meters thickness of the foundation, having 0.1 for its pedestal. Then we will use 2 inches by 2 inches cyclone wire, spaced at 2 meters from the pedestal. Then for the detail of the ladder, we will use 1 inches GI pipe, schedule 40, and 1 1/2 GI pipe, also schedule 40. For the quantities, for the approved budget of the contract, we will have 9,899,959.76 centavo, having a calendar days of 180. Summary of quantities. For the Part A, A1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis, 6 months. B5, project billboard or signboard, 2 each. B7-2, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. B9, mobilization and demobilization, 1 lump sum. Part C, earthworks, volume 2, 101, clearing and grabbing, 0.45 hectares. 6042, fencing, chain link fence from public, 60 linear meter. Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing works. Part C, earthworks, volume 3. 80318, structure excavation, common soil, 59.9 cubic meter. 80428, embankment from barrow, 51.74 cubic meter. 8047, gravel field, 4.59 cubic meter. Part D, plain and reinforced concrete work, volume 3. 901 C1, structural concrete class A, 28 days, 60.70 cubic meter. 9011, lean concrete, 4.59 cubic meter. 9021 A1, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 40, 4195.22 kilograms. 9021 A2, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 60, 3480.83 kilograms. 9031, formworks and falls work, 1 lump sum. Part E, finishing and other civil works, volume 3. 1002-24, cold water lines, 1 lump sum. 1002-27, plumbing works, 1 lump sum. 1004-2, finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. 10271, cement plaster finish, 520 square meter. 10321A, painting works, masonry, concrete, 361.7 square meter. 10321C, painting works, steel, 58.52 square meter. 10091A, jealousy, windows, glass, 2.88 square meter. 10102A, doors, flush, 1.68 square meter. 10141B2, pre-painted metal sheets above 0.427 mm rib type long span, 36.96 square meter. 10161A, waterproofing, cement base, 171.72 square meter. 1046218, CHB, non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm, 65.84 square meter. 10477, structural steel, 1 lump sum. Part F, electrical, volume 3, 110010, conduit, boxes and fittings, 1 lump sum. 10133, wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. 11021, panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. 11018, solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices, 1 lump sum. 11031, lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. 11091, grounding system, 1 lump sum. Part G, mechanical, volume 3, 12011, water pumping system, 1 lump sum. 12018, valves and pipe fittings, 1 lump sum. Part K, water supply. Water supply, 1 lump sum. 16011, fill and backfill, 181 cubic meter. 16024, polyethylene PE plastic, 1 lump sum. This is the detail for the provision of field office for the engineer rental basis. 40-footer container van with ACU furnished and maintained, including 1 table and 3 chairs. For the water pumping, this is the details as shown. Then for the solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices, we'll use 550 watts solar panels, 3-phase, 230 volts, 60 hertz, Solis inverter, 1 unit, current transformer, 1530, 1 unit, Dynas VX5110, Life 204 battery, 5.12 kilowatt hour, 6 pieces. For the panel board with main and branch breaker, we will use MDP panel board, NEMA1, central main, 4 ER with grounding terminal, 2 sets. For the lighting fixtures, we'll use 15 watts LED bulb, 2 sets, then 16 watts LED T8, 8 sets. For the perimeter, we will use 75 watts outdoor waterproof solar LED lights, 6 sets. For the water pumping system, we will use a submersible pump of 5 HP and 75 mm galvanized iron water pipe. For the minimum equipment requirement, dump truck lease, number of equipment 2, payloader 1.5 cubic lease 1, motorized road grader 140 HP lease, number of equipment 1, backhoe lease 1, plate compactor owned 2, 1 bagger owned 4, concrete vibrator owned 1, bar cutter owned 2 piece, bar bender owned 1, welding machine owned 2 unit, cutting outfit owned 2 units, material testing apparatus lease 1. One own. Material testing apparatus own. Thank you. Please also note that all quantities are subject for bid bulletin. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Lord, your big set vote. So, do we have any questions? Please not. How about from our viewers? English not. So with that, that's all for the discussions of the details of the project. So at this point, I call the member of our secretariat for our discussions for the date of the opening bids, instructions and other matters.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chair. I will be discussing the procurement requirements and procedures for these infrastructure projects. As you can see here, we have the two infrastructure projects with their corresponding contract IDs and the approved budget for the contract. Next, we'll discuss the agendas. First, we'll discuss the project details and the basic contract data. Next is the brief orientation on the minimum requirements that must be complied by the bidder. And lastly, we have the common reasons for non-compliant bids. So for procurement schedule, the buying of tender documents is until June 16, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. only. The deadline for the submission of bids will be on June 16, 2026 until 10 a.m. And the opening of bids will follow right after the deadline or the dropping of bids. With the submission, the bid submission may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. So for the manual submission, we have the two envelope system, wherein the first envelope contains the technical components of the bids, and the second envelope will contain the financial components of the bids. These envelopes are sealed with one copy and one original and two copies. For the electronic bid submission, the details are stated in the bid data sheet in accordance with the Department Order 87 series of 2020. Bid proposals may be submitted through an authorized representative together with the original authorized special power of attorney for sole proprietorship or board, partnership, joint venture resolution with secretary certificate for corporations, partnership, joint venture, cooperative, which is contract specific, and presentation of a company ID or any government issued ID to ensure the representative is an official member and to prevent fraudulent actions such as unauthorized use of another contractor's eligibility for personal gain. Next, for the first envelope, the bidder must provide a valid and updated PhilGIPS registration certificate in platinum membership in all pages. And failure of the bidder to update the PhilGIPS certificate of registration shall result in the automatic suspension of the bidder's certificate. Next, the bidder must provide a statement of all of its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. And failure to disclose the required information or providing incomplete or false details may result in disqualification from the bidding process. Next, the bidder must provide a statement of the single largest completed contract, or the SLCC. The bidder must also provide a pickup license or a special pickup license for joint ventures. Next, we have the bid security. We have 4 forms of bid security. The bidder will only choose one form to be submitted. Here we have the cash or cashier's check, the bank guarantee, the surety bond, and the bid securing declaration with their corresponding amount of bid security. Next, we have the standard form for the bid securing declaration. Next, for the project requirements, the bidder must also provide an organizational chart for the contract, the list of contractors' key personnel, and the list of contractors' major equipment units, and also so this is the standard form for the key personnel, and this is the standard form for the major equipment units. Please see in the attached bidding documents the required number of years for the key personnel and the number of units and capacity for the major equipment. Also, the bidder must also provide a omnibus sworn statement and the net financial contracting capacity, and if applicable, a joint venture agreement. So this is the standard form for the omnibus sworn statement. For the omnibus sworn statement, the latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Security and Exchange Commission for corporations only. Next, we have the financial requirement. The bidder must provide an original and duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, bill of quantities, the detailed estimates, and the cash flow by quarter. So these are the standard form for the bid form, the bill of quantities, the detailed estimates, and the cash flow by quarter. So these are the common grounds for the non-compliant bid. So first, we have the observations from the previous procurement activities. We have the missing or incomplete required documents, unsigned or improperly signed forms, incorrect or inconsistent computations in the bill of quantities or financial proposal, expired or invalid licenses and permits, non-compliance with specified technical requirements, and failure to use prescribed forms. So to prevent this, we have the preventive measures and recommendations. So first, we have to carefully check the validity of the documents, ensuring all forms are signed by the authorized signatory, using the exact form provided in the bidding documents, verifying computations before submission, organizing documents according to the prescribed sequence, and asking clarification from the Back Secretariat within the allowable period. So that is all, Mr. Vice Chair, and good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, Engineer Cherla. So do we have any questions regarding on the instructions of the procurement requirements? Yes, and how about online viewers?
Where's that?
There's none. So with that, before we officially adjourn, so I would like to thank you everyone for coming here. And so with that, our pre-bidding conference for this afternoon are now officially adjourned. Thank you everyone and have a good day.
Okay.